Good morning, YouTube. We back here with another video, and you know I had to go and get me some breakfast this morning. I got me some donuts. Always start your morning off with some breakfast. Make sure you take your vitamins, cause I forgot mine this morning. Today we're gonna be going to work. I'm gonna show y'all what it's looking like when we get there. Last night we had a night haul that ran last night, so a few trucks ran last night. And my dad was there to watch them dump and spot them in. So we're gonna go see what that looks like and check it out. And I'll show you guys when we get there. All right, y'all, so we're back. We done made it to the site. This is our light machine that we have. The load that they brought in this morning is over there. I'll show y'all in just a second. We gotta turn this machine off first. So these are two loads that they brought in last night. Then these other few loads that we have, they brought in this morning. So we'll come through and push all this to the edge right here. And then for today, what we'll be doing is coming through and cleaning the edges and making sure they're nice and clean on the side. This is where we are at the end right here. We'll probably take down a few more trees today, smaller ones than yesterday. But we'll take these down as well. I'm gonna show y'all real quick on the edges. For something like this on the edges, I would rather use a smaller machine like a Bobcat, a little skid steer. That way we're not so much in the trees right here with the big machine, the loader, and we won't mess up anything or scratch anything on our machine. So make sure you take care of your equipment. And I'll come through and show y'all how this will look once we go ahead and smoothen it out on both sides and get this ridge out the way. And then we'll come right here and back drag this with the loader. We'll smoothen it out, make it look good. It looks like this because we had a little rain 2 days before we started and all that moisture was still in the ground. All right, you guys, so we did get the loads that was here this morning and from last night push. I did record, but my phone overheated, so I couldn't get that footage for you guys, but this is what it looks like. I had to take down a few more limbs up top. And now we're getting close to more trees, so we'll be taking down these trees as we go. But we're making progress. All right, you guys, now we're gonna go ahead and work on these edges right here. We'll start from this side first, which is my left side. We're gonna start at the front of these edges and we'll work it all the way to the back. And then once we're done with that side, we'll come back on this side, back to the front. And we'll go to the right side and we'll clean up all these edges. We're going all the way to the front. Well, to the back, my bad, y'all. Going to the back. All right, y'all, so I noticed we have a small leak in the back. And that is hydraulic oil. So I let my dad know, and we got a mechanic, he'll come out and take a look at it. Most likely it's a seal or it's a line that maybe busted. But I don't think a line busted, it'll be a lot more oil. So maybe it's just a seal that we need or a gasket. So we'll check that out. Running heavy machinery, cars, anything, make sure you check for leaks or, you know, a certain smell, just to make sure everything's running properly. Make sure all your fluids are topped off and you'll have a good machine if you do. Alright, y'all, so we got the edge of the pad nice and clean on the left side, going all the way down. We also took down a few more trees in the back. Now, the owner did not request us to take down these trees right here. That's probably something that they have to do. But we are not taking down these trees. These are staying. So only the ones that are really in the way will be the ones that I knock down. Now it's time to move to this side and let's get this side cleaned up. All right, real quick. So I start pushing and I noticed the lever had came out. So this had came out of here and there is a pin that goes right in here and it goes through this part of the pin. So this is the pin that came out. And all I have to do is just put this right back in here. This is just one of the levers. Put it right back in and I'll have to align the pin up with the lever. And then we'll probably tape it until we get a new pin. That way it won't come out. Okay guys, so we got it back in. And let me show y'all what we do. There's the RPM. Lever up. There we go. So when that pin comes out, there's no way this will be able to move. With the pin in, we can move it. So now all we need is just to get some tape or something right there to hold it in place until we get it fixed. All right, you guys, so I had to make this bungee strap work because we don't have any tape right now. So until we get this pin lock fixed, I have this strap right here to secure the pin that came out. Now we're good. Let's get back to work.
right, guys, so we finna attempt to take off the water hose right here. This is where it was coming from. It was coming out real good. I know we lost maybe about 5 gallons of water, so we'll replace that too. My dad, he went to go pick up the hose, so I'll take this off and we just unbolt it from right here, and it's the same up top. And then we have one more bolt right there that we have to untighten, and then this baby should be able to come off. I had to let it cool down because this thing was steaming hot, so always remember, if you got to work on your stuff, let it cool down first. That way you won't burn yourself or anything like that.